Bruv, let me give you advice, man. This world, bruv. You're not running after this world's gonna f you in your ass. Go and be good to your parents.
Calm down, calm down.
Go pray your salah before the angel of death puts a stick up your back. That's 1,000 meters long.
So, after nearly 4 years, I'm finally back. I was technically on a second channel where I uploaded a lot of memes, alongside some bigger videos that I'll show here about wildcats. My last video on my second channel was it's an April Fool's video, but it was over an hour of Super Mario Logan creepypastas, which, by the way, is literary genius. So I intend to be doing that every day now on my second channel, just reading out every single SML creepypasta I can find. But anyways, I'm back here on the Cheeseman original channel, Cheeseman the first channel, to talk about the one and only Omega-based Swag 100 kick streamer, Neon. I mean, say what you want about Neon, but you can't deny that he's got his swag on. He's hitting the gritty skibbity style. And that's why we love him, okay? Now, in regards to Neon's career, I think there's only really been 2 times where he was actually funny. One, going back a few years when he faked his own death. I understand why a lot of people were saying that was messed up, you know, to fake your death. But I feel like this thumbnail alone just makes the whole situation funny enough for me to forgive it. I could tell from the beginning he was joking. And then the next time, this clip isn't even Neon being funny. It's the reaction of the room that gets me.
Now.
Bowser!
Just the complete overreaction of everyone involved in this clip. I swear, we didn't even celebrate this hard when humanity landed on the moon. I'm gonna work my way up in NASA just so I can put this video on a thumb drive and send it into space, so that the aliens millions of years from now can see it and think this was the extent of human accomplishment. Actually, in the event of an alien invasion, I think we should just send the aliens clips of Neon streams as a form of cyber warfare, and they'll just all kill themselves. But anyways, it seems like throughout Neon's entire life, he's always, his main goal has always been to be an influencer. And over the past few years, he's been lying, creating up scenarios, and it seems like almost all the time he's hanging out with the wrong crowd. I will say it is kind of based that he called out Jack Doherty that one time, but otherwise his career, ever since that one clip of him faking his death, has been on a downward spiral. And because Neon's streams are just complete degeneracy, he'd never really last on Twitch, so he's been spending a majority of his time on Kick, this platform that really allows a wide variety of degeneracy to go on. Within, legal reason, almost anything goes. And recently, somehow, Neon has found a way to get banned on Kick after he collaborated with this other content creator called Screech. Screech is this guy who's known for driving recklessly on the road. I have no idea what kind of car this guy's driving, but just from looking inside the interior, I'm going to assume it's a Citroen 2CV, probably from 1975. But basically his whole shtick is that he drives crazily on the road, and for whatever reason Neon decided it would be a good idea to collaborate with this guy. And wouldn't you know it, during this stream, the two of them got into a crash. And basically throughout the entire 14 or so minutes these two were driving together, Screech is speeding and weaving between cars, and Neon is just screaming the entire time. And I'd say this is funny if they were on a professional racetrack, kind of like that one scene from the Ferrari movie, whatever that one was called. But the fact that these guys are on just a highway with a bunch of other people on the road, I understand how addicting the adrenaline rush can be for people like this, but there's a certain point where you need to pump the brakes, pun intended, and realize, sure, I have a lot of fun doing this, but it's not only illegal, but you're putting a bunch of other people's lives in danger. It's just really not worth it. Because if you're somebody who loves driving, gets adrenaline rush from driving fast cars, even if you're a complete psychopath who has no regard for human life, I feel like in a self-serving way, you should be smart enough to avoid racing on the highway and potentially losing your license and ability to drive fast cars altogether. Now, Neon's last stream was 2 days ago for me recording this audio, and it's called Risking It All in New York. And immediately, within the first minute, you see Neon creepily sniffing this child's shoe and looking up at this little girl and be like, oh yeah, this smells good. And he does this weird little freak out thing. What even is this kind of content?
It smells good.
Anyways, like I already said, they were driving down the road, and this yellow car stops right in front of them. They crash, and then Squeeze, in his eternal wisdom, decides to hit and run. And for whatever reason, when they get out of the car, he's coughing and wheezing on the ground. What are you acting all dramatic for? This is your fault. Maybe all the adrenaline going into his brain has just killed off his brain cells, and he's slowly dying on the side of the road. During this, Neon is freaking out. He's like,
I didn't tell this guy to do it. He freaking lied to me, bro. You're a freaking liar, dude. I told you not to go this fast. It's your fault. I'm a snitch. I'm telling the police. I had nothing to do with this.
and you could say that, you know, it was his fault for trusting this guy in the first place. I feel like in a court of law, you happen to be in a car and there's footage showing that you can tell throughout this entire clip, he has no interest in this guy speeding, putting all these people's lives in danger. So I feel like if he got a good enough lawyer, he could argue like he was not a participating member and all the fine should go to Squeeze. So in that aspect, I do think Neon is most likely innocent. I do think it was dumb to trust this guy to not go over the speed limit, considering his track record. But after this crash, at one point somebody says that the person in the car was stream sniping. I really doubt this is true, but even if they were stream sniping, does it really matter? It's not like these guys were in a private racetrack and somebody intentionally drove right in front of their car so they could crash. They were driving out in the middle of a public highway. Like, even if it was a stream sniper, Squeeze wouldn't have gotten himself into this situation if he wasn't intentionally speeding. So apparently, Neon is banned. I feel like anybody who's banned on Kick should be investigated by the FBI. Like 99% of the time, if you get banned from Kick, it's because you've broken the law. Because Neon wasn't behind the wheel, he could probably cry to Trainwreck, who I believe is the current CEO, and say like, oh, it wasn't my fault. Please, bro, let me back on. It's my livelihood. And get him back into the system. I doubt this will be a permanent ban. But yeah, it just seems like Neon is continuing to lose. No brain cells, L-Riz, all of that. He'll probably be back. I don't think he'll ever be permanently banned until he really messes up. Like he personally crashes into somebody or, you know, shoots someone. Grooms a kid, hits the Quan, you know, any of those kinds of things. You really have to try to get permanently 100% banned with no chance of getting back. So he'll probably be back in like a week or two. But yeah, this is the most recent news in the escapades of Neon. In a perfect world, this would be his final ban. He'd be banned from every streaming platform and have to buy like a illegal television broadcasting system from the 1990s and illegally broadcast his streams out to the 5 people who still have old television receivers. Personally, I know that Neon could be rehabilitated. My advice for him would be to buy an authentic Turkish oud and learn how to play it, and play traditional Turkish music on stream for 7 hours a day, and I'd probably donate at least like 5 cents, and that would be kind of cool. He can be like those street musicians you see who have a stack of CDs you can buy. That, or, you know, he can shake his... We can bring back thug shaking. I am evil. The reason why I'm laughing is I'm thinking of all the evil things I could say right now, but I'm just not going to say them. The Thug Shaker isn't that funny. I just want that out on the record. I would never laugh at the Thug Shaker. That's just immature, okay? Only classy behavior here on the Cheese Man channel. So yeah, that's it for today. Tell me what you think of this commentary style. Next time I make a commentary video, I promise it won't be this schizophrenic. Shall I go disappear for another 4 years? Tell me what you think in the comments. Bye.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer